Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Fatu's Thai Kitchen. Now today, we're going to be talking about chopsticks, how to use them, when to use them, and basic etiquette. Alright, so everyone knows chopsticks are a tool used them to eat with. They could also be used in the preparation of food and also the cooking of food. But let's be honest, more often than not, they're used in completely the wrong way. I've seen people using them to eat curry, soup. It's and all the curry is still there. The sauce is still there. That's where the flavor is in the sauce. Okay, you see people using it to spear the food. You see them, people eating a plate of special fried rice, picking up 2 or 3 grains of rice at a time, and it takes them ages to finish their food. Don't be like Mr. Miyagi catching flies. Use your chopsticks properly, okay? I mean, Thai food really should be eaten with a spoon and fork. Listen to Sheldon.
Are there any chopsticks?
Okay.
You don't need chopsticks. This is Thai food.
Here we go.
Thailand has had the fork since the latter half of the 19th century.
We also need to mention that when we're talking about Thai food, we mean the original Thai cuisine, not foreign imports. So, most of the stir-fried noodles that you'll get in Thailand nowadays, those are actually Chinese in origin. And they should really be eaten with chopsticks, although you won't get many Thai people using chopsticks to eat noodles with. More often than not, they'll use spoon and fork. The only time you might see someone using chopsticks is for convenience. They get a takeaway and they're holding it with one hand, and it's a bit easier to use chopsticks. So when we're talking about Thai food, we're meaning like the curries, stir-fry dishes, all those kind of saucy dishes. All right. So that's an important distinction to make. Anything that's a curry or a stir-fried dish, like pad kapao, should be eaten with a spoon and fork. And really, for the best culinary experience, you need to look at where your food is coming from. If your food is Chinese in origin, Japanese, Korean, more often than not, 85% of the food is going to be using chopsticks. And this is because those dishes have been designed with having a smaller sauce to meat ratio. Okay. And so when you're using chopsticks, you are getting less of the sauce when you're picking up items. And that's how it's supposed to be. With Thai, certain Malaysian dishes, Indian dishes, it's a spoon and fork is the best way. Because originally, they would have been using their hands to eat. And some dishes as well, you go to Malaysia, you go to India, certain dishes when you're using your hand, the flavor is amazing. You're really getting in there and you're mixing the flavors together. It's a bugger to keep your hands clean, but the flavor is amazing. You should try it. I know it's maybe a bit out of left field for some people, but it's a really good experience. So you want to get the best flavor, the best texture for the food. So just be aware of how those foods should be eaten to get the best experience. Don't be like some people that I've come across whereby they're eating something in completely the wrong way and then they're critical of that dish. You know, it's fine to have an opinion, but at least have an informed opinion about something, all right? But yeah, let's have a look now at how we use the chopsticks, all right? We're gonna do, you're gonna wedge the bottom chopstick between your thumb and your third finger. And you're just gonna put pressure from your thumb and from your third finger so that it's wedged in tight. Okay, now that doesn't move. Okay, and you're gonna get the other chopstick. You're gonna level it up as best you can. You're gonna hold that with your remaining thumb, your index finger, and your second finger. Okay, now what you need to do is just to level those up. And there we are. Then you just move that top finger. You don't even really need to move your thumb. Your thumb is just keeping pressure on the side of the chopsticks, just so that there's no side to side movement. And it's just your index finger and your second finger that's actually lifting the chopsticks. Okay, so practice that. So just some do's and don'ts. Don't play with your chopsticks like I've been doing here. All right. Don't stick them in a bowl of rice so they're sticking up like this. This is a big no-no for, especially for Chinese, and I suppose any Buddhist country, because it's reminiscent of you burning incense for the dead. So yeah, it's a big no-no. But other than that, there's not a whole lot you can do wrong, really. I suppose don't suck on them and slurp on them. Just, you know, it's a delicate tool, and then so try to use it as delicately as possible. Try to hold it a bit higher up. It's considered to be more dainty, and yeah, and when you're using them, just, you know, try not to squeeze the life out of everything. Sort of strength contest. You want to be caressing the food, all right, teasing it out, and then tasting. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't want to waffle on and on about chopsticks, but you know, it's an important part and parcel of Asian cuisine, and I know that as Westerners, we feel like we want it to be authentic, and sometimes we think that using chopsticks is going to make something more authentic, which, you know, for certain dishes, yeah, but not all dishes. So just be aware of that, and don't be confused or disappointed if you go somewhere to a restaurant and you ask for chopsticks and they don't give you any. Okay, some people are somewhat proud of their cuisine, of their nation, and you know, they want you to eat it as they do. So yeah, don't be offended. They just want you to enjoy the food, and that's all that's coming from a place of wanting you to enjoy the food. Okay. Otherwise, if it's a really big thing for you, just bring your own. Okay. They're pretty cheap. You can buy them all over the place, you know. Online, I'm sure there's 20 million. You can buy some really ornate, beautiful ones if you really want to. But yeah, so that's it. All right, guys. So till next time. enjoy your food, keep safe, and we'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.